Get ready to experience the Changing Earth audio drama, brought to you by an incredible lineup of podcasters and survivalists from across the country, including listeners like you.
Dry land.
Erika slowly opens her eyes, taking in the sight of the barn loft she is in. Hay bales compose the walls, and a blanket hangs as a barrier in the doorway. She tries to sit up.
Oh!
Don't move, honey. You're in no shape for it.
The blanket illuminates as a woman approaches with a lantern. She enters the room.
Where am I?
We're safe for now in what's left of Newcastle. Currently, we're calling our barn home. Everything else was destroyed in the earthquake.
How did I get here?
I was hoping you could tell us that. Ugh. My name is Carol. My husband Henry has been out looking for survivors since the dam broke. All that water mixed with the chemicals, and then the water became a nasty, toxic sludge. We never found anyone alive until we found you. That suit you made was smart. It kept the water from eating your skin, but when it got hot, well, it melted. You're going to have some serious scarring.
Where is everyone? Why were no rescue attempts made? I never even saw one helicopter.
The earthquake has to be bigger than anyone could have imagined. We thought it was just a localized event, but now I'm not so sure. There's been no relief efforts, no National Guard, nothing. The TV, computer, phone, nothing works. After months of waiting for emergency action, we're fearful of people altogether. Some people have been looting and killing each other over food.
Months? How many months since the quake happened?
2 months.
2 months? That's impossible. I was down in that hole for 2 months?
Down in that hole?
I survived in a bomb shelter, but I had no idea I was in there that long. Kept thinking help would come. That means
Well, it's July 2nd. Just 2 days until Independence Day.
Oh no, I can't believe this. I have to get home to my family.
Don't worry, honey. We'll figure it out in God's time. Right now, you need to rest and get healthy. Now, tell me what's your name.
My name is Erika. Erika Moore.
Swenson sits in a chair at a table, finishing his dinner. Yuri comes through the door.
You hungry?
Starving.
Teresa, get him some food.
Yes, TJ, there's plenty of leftovers.
We brought home a lot of new stock. Some real lookers too, but...
Here you go, Yuri.
Thank you, Teresa. Your pasta is the best.
But what?
You know the town to the southeast?
You mean Pleasant Hill? I thought we were making progress there. Teresa, get me a bottle and a glass.
Yes, TJ.
We took Pleasant Hill today, TJ. I'm talking about Lone Jack.
We're reaching out that far already?
Your army is strong, TJ. Your fighters are ready for it.
As long as the feds don't think we're overextending.
The feds are staying out of our way. They know the black shirts bring order.
The black shirts?
Given the uniforms you picked, I think it's a good nickname.
I like it. What about compound defense? Did the scouts find out where those attackers on the southwestern wall came from?
Reports say there's a large defensive unit in Raymore, but they're actually supplied from Hendersonville.
Look into it more. There's no room to expand north, or we're going to have one hell of a winter. We'll need the supplies.
Thanks, TJ. I'm on it.
Virgis stands behind McClintock's desk, entertaining a visit from Grayson Webb.
The refugee stream of people into North Dakota is endless.
Minneapolis and St. Cloud had to come first. We only have so many fighters.
I don't know why you even expended the resources on Minneapolis. You should have walled it off to begin with.
People panicked, Grayson. I saw the city myself.
And I saw it was organized into the camp and order was restored. If you ask me, I say it's about time. These refugees will be the death of us all.
How many bushels of wheat and oil can you send to aid the effort?
I already give too much aid to those people in the camps. I can only give you 50 barrels this time.
You own 560,000 acres.
And it takes a lot of resources to operate it.
And how many able-bodied fighters can you send?
I'll send as many as I can, but the boys are trying to get their fields back together so they can plant in the spring.
We'll appreciate any volunteers.
You know what? Why don't you train the refugees? What landowner wants to leave his land vulnerable? Use the refugees to hunt the refugees. It's a great way to reduce their numbers.
Interesting way of looking at it. I'll ask for volunteers down in the factory yards as well.
You be sure to do that, Major. Ugh, look at the time. I have other appointments to get to today.
Thank you for stopping by, sir. I'll be sure to relay your contributions to General McClintock.
Virgis walks Mr. Webb to a vehicle and turns to face Tim Monroe.
How'd that go?
That guy's a dick. He was generous enough to donate 50 barrels of wheat and 50 of oil.
That's it?
I'm not a diplomat, Monroe. McClintock will straighten him out when he gets back.
Please enjoy a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey everyone, this is Phil Rabley from the Matter of Facts podcast, voicing the role of Cole Virgis. If prepping guns and politics sounds like your cup of tea, come check out the Matter of Facts podcast every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify with my co-host Andrew Bobo.
L. Douglas Hogan here, doing the voice of Swenson. You can also hear me on all major podcasting platforms at The Rising Republic. I'm also on YouTube, The Rising Republic Video Bites. I'll see you guys over there, and you have a marvelous day.
Ben Branham here with the Modern Self-Protection Podcast. I did the voice of Gunnery Sergeant Ben Nicholton. The Modern Self-Protection Podcast is a podcast that's dedicated to keeping you safe in today's modern world. It's a weekly podcast where we get together and talk about tips, tricks, equipment, gear, and an overall mindset to keep you safe. If you're interested in firearms and self-defense, you're going to love this podcast. Go check it out at modernselfprotection.com.
Don't get caught unprepared in the wake of disaster. At mydisastersupply.com, we have pre-packed evacuation kits that are instantly ready when emergency strikes. Or visit mydisastersupply.com, build a custom kit with everything you need to pack a complete go bag, all at one stop. Visit mydisastersupply.com to get prepared today.
And now back to the Changing Earth audio drama.
Erika bolts awake after dreaming of her family. She sits up slowly, anticipating the pain, but it's not so bad this time. Drawing back the blanket, she realizes she is naked. Erika quickly pulls the blanket back up as the one used as the doorway is thrown to the side and Carol enters.
Oh dear, you're up. I'm sorry I wasn't here when you woke. You look much better today. You're probably doing better than this stiff old lady. Ugh.
How long have I been asleep, Carol?
2 days since you woke up last. It's the 4th of July. How do you feel?
Besides feeling like I was hit by a truck? Not too bad.
I wish I could do more. Our medications ran out, even my arthritis medication.
There must be plantain growing. That's good for wound healing.
I know that plant, and we do have some.
If I got up, I could help you. I need some clothes, though.
Oh, I almost forgot your surprise. Hold on.
Carol leaves the room and comes back with a soft cotton outfit made from old sheets.
I know it's not much, but I thought this would be much more comfortable than those thick cotton pants you have in your things. Although, I do love that jungle scene.
It was the uniform of the restaurant that I worked in. They're all I could salvage. Thank you for the outfit.
You get dressed and I'll go get a basket of plantain. You stay put. I'll be back.
Stepping slowly off the bed, Erika slips on the soft cotton outfit. She walks to a stairway in the dining area. Erika traverses across the barn and ends up in an open area.
Howdy, Missy. How you feeling?
Good. Well, better.
Nice to see you up and about. You really had us worried there a bit.
Thank you.
You are well.
I didn't mean to bother you. But Carol said you brought my things?
I did. Right over there. That was quite a raft. And that suit. I hardly thought you were human when I found you. I can't wait to hear about your adventure.
And I can't wait to hear yours. Carol told me you went to Auburn. I must know what's going on. I'll have to go that way to get home.
I knew you would want to go. Your family is all you spoke about in your dreaming. That's why I'm making you these moccasins.
Erika goes over and rummages through her things. She comes back with a pack of cigarettes and a lighter.
Do you mind?
Only if you don't share.
Absolutely. Here you go. Henry, what will I be up against?
Don't you ever tell my Carol.
I never would.
I went there. It took me a whole day. It's a much different landscape now. People forming large gangs and hoarding supplies. Everything's being stripped bare. The bodies were being piled up. One compound even decorated the walls with the heads of the fallen. It was sickening to see how fast society decayed when faced with a disaster and no sign of relief. I'm telling you, don't go towards those people. You must take new routes, not those old familiar routes.
What did you do? Don't get off track now. Did you get the supplies? What happened next, Henry?
I didn't get any supplies. I turned around and came straight home. I can't believe I was stupid enough to leave Carol here all alone.
Carol comes around the corner with a basket full of herbs.
Oh my goodness, honey, what are you doing down here? You need to be upstairs resting.
Give the gal a break, Carol. She just need to get a good stretch.
I'm sorry, Carol. I'm feeling restless, and I figured I'd check on my things and have a smoke.
You know those things will kill you. I don't think in your condition that it's the best idea, but I guess a little fresh air won't hurt. Hurry upstairs.
We'll be up later, hon.
Swenson faces off against two other fighters in the ring. Yuri approaches.
You're getting slow, brother.
Really?
Within a matter of moments, both of Swenson's opponents lay knocked out at his feet. Swenson steps out of the ring.
Or maybe not.
I don't work up a sweat if I don't play with them.
I like the way you think.
I'm going to get a shower.
Swenson returns to his home to freshen up. After he showers, he stands staring at the initials RL scarred into his back, and he remembers the day he met Mr. Lee. In his mind, he was a small boy being held up by Laudner in front of Mr. Lee.
Look what I found in the trash, Robert.
I'm telling you, Chuck, the things people throw away nowadays. Let's see what you got here. You're the kid we saw running from those boys a few days ago, aren't you? Aren't you?
What's the problem, kid? You a mute? Answer the man.
Yeah, what is it to you?
You got some spirit in you, don't you?
I guess so.
What's your name, kid?
TJ Swenson.
TJ. Does it stand for something?
Nope, just TJ.
My name is Robert Lee. My daddy named me after the greatest general in U.S. history, but you can call me Mr. Lee. You don't know who General Lee was, do you?
A dead guy?
I like this kid. We should keep him.
Where's your family?
I don't have a family, Mr. Lee. It's just me.
Don't cry, son. It doesn't befit a man. Love will only break you. I can teach you to forget your love and use your anger to best any man. Would you like that?
I guess I would like that.
Mr. Lee spins away from the boy in frustration.
You guess you would like that. Son, you're either in or you're out. I don't give second chances.
I'm in.
If you pledge yourself to me, I promise you will be one of the strongest men the world has ever known. But you will belong to me forever. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, Mr. Lee, I would pledge myself to you.
Prove it.
How can I do that, Mr. Lee?
Take off your shirt.
Mr. Lee pulls out his pocket knife and approaches the boy.
If you hesitate, even for a moment, you can walk right back out that door. But you better find a new trash can to live in.
Laudner grabs the boy's neck and forces his body to bend over the desk. Mr. Lee carves the letters R.L. into the boy's back. Once he was done, Laudner stands the boy in front of Mr. Lee again.
There. Now you are mine. Good. Not even a tear. You're a strong boy. Now, you see that mop bucket over there?
Yes, sir.
You go get it and fill it up. Put some bleach in it and clean that floor out there.
Yes, sir.
Please enjoy a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey everyone, this is Dale and Lisa from SurvivalistPrepper.net. I played the voice of Lautner.
And I played the voice of Carol and Star.
Over at Survivalist Prepper, we have the podcast, and I also have a new podcast that I'm doing with Brian Duff called The Duff and Dale Show.
And you can find me on my YouTube channel, The Budget Equestrian.
Hi, this is Sarah F. Hathaway, the creator of the Changing Earth series and the voice of Erika Moore. Visit ChangingEarthSeries.com to explore the novels behind the drama and the survival knowledge behind the stories. Join the Changing Earth membership program and get 1 week early access to the show. We appreciate you helping the Changing Earth world go round. Visit us at www.changingearthseries.com. That's www.changingearthseries.com.
Hello, everyone out there in Internet Radio Land. This is Dave Jones, the NBC guy. I hope you enjoyed Sarah Hathaway's production of The Changing Earth. I'm working on a similar project called Night Terrors. Night Terrors is like the old television show The Twilight Zone. It can be found at lockerpublications.com. So I hope you join me at lockerpublications.com for Night Terrors.
I'm quite concerned about what's coming next. Personally, I think we'll probably see food shortages and other disruptions. Are you prepared if things go wrong? Does your family have enough food and supplies on hand to last at least 30 days? If not, the time to prepare is right now. Don't wait another minute. To help you on your journey, I recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the leaders in self-reliance, and they have a 4-week supply of emergency food that lasts up to 25 years in storage, so you never have to worry again. Don't put your family through the pain of hunger or standing in government food lines. Go to preparewithchangingearth.com today, and your emergency food will be shipped quickly and discreetly to your door. Those who know what's coming are using today to prepare. So visit preparewithchangingearth.com, the original Patriot Preparedness Company. Their mission is your survival. That's preparewithchangingearth.com. And now back to the Changing Earth audio drama.
Virgis walks with Chappie, Monroe, and LaPierre after their morning meal.
Are you meeting with another diplomat, Major?
Elena Porter.
Another rich landowner from the West?
I hear she puts the hoity in toity.
Great. I can't wait for McClintock to get back. I'm tired of all these meetings.
I can't wait for McClintock to get back either. I'm tired of waiting.
Maybe he'll have news of survivors from the West.
I'll feel better when we can go ourselves.
Honestly, LaPierre, I will too. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Virgis leaves his team and heads for McClintock's office. His nostrils fill with a soft sweetness of flowers in bloom, and a beautiful lady stands as he enters.
Major Virgis, I presume?
You presume correctly, ma'am.
I don't intend on taking up too much of your time. I'm well aware that you're a busy man, and your efforts are noted and appreciated.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's a damn shame what happened to this country, but I don't believe we need to live like animals.
I couldn't agree more.
My late husband used to say that a man wasn't worth a lick without his dignity. I appreciate how you've created an opportunity for an individual to earn his dignity.
That was exactly the thought when we rebuilt the factories to produce these homes. You know, a woman whose home was destroyed in the quake developed them. Quite ingenious, if you ask me.
Are we not all still God's children?
I assume we can expect your support then?
The mercenary forces will have a steady supply from my stockyards, but I expect a significant presence within my communities.
We can arrange for that. What about fighters?
My people are happy to give their supplies, but hesitant to leave their land. The refugees are gonna have to help us protect it if they want to share the fruits of our labor. That seems fair enough to me. It will give them a sense of personal satisfaction. You yourself rating fighting skills for provisions.
Yes, I do, ma'am.
So why should they be any different?
They shouldn't, ma'am.
I like you, Virgis. You seem like a sensible man.
We appreciate your support, ma'am.
Erika went on living with Carol and Henry for a couple more weeks. She began helping Henry with security rounds and keeping watch over the property. Every day her body grew stronger and stronger, but each day her mind became more and more anxious to leave. One day, Erika met a commotion as she walked down the hayloft stairs.
Erika, you're finally up. I want you to meet my son and his family. They've finally arrived. This is Harold, Betsy, Jennifer, Kim, and little Rob. Everyone, this is Erika.
Hello, everyone. You made it.
Finally. We stayed at our house trying to help the neighborhood and waiting for emergency help. When we realized they weren't coming, we headed here.
It's such a blessing to have you home. All of you.
We got to ride the horses all the way here, just like the Old West.
It was a wild ride. Good thing for all those jumping lessons she took.
They talked long into the evening about things they were looking forward to before their world was so drastically altered. Erika enjoyed meeting the family, but it made her miss her own even more. Lying on her bed, she heard the sound of Harold and Betsy making love in the room over.
I can't take this anymore. I have to go. I hate goodbyes anyway.
Erika rises from her bed and creeps down into the lower area of the barn to collect her supplies and go.
You can go ahead and put that saddle on that little black paint over there. Her name is Artez. You can take that little brown one as the pack horse. Kit's steady and can pull a cart too.
Henry, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. How will I feed them? Besides, I already packed up your supplies.
Henry,
Yeah, I'm not good with goodbyes either. Let's just say, I'll see you later.
Sounds good. I'll see you later then.
Erika ran to the bear of a man for a big hug before mounting the horse and riding into the night.
Please enjoy a quick word from our sponsors.
Are you worried about how dangerous the world has become? In these days of terrorist attacks, natural disasters, or even a future collapse, you need to be medically prepared to keep your family safe. I'm Joe Alton, MD of store.doomandbloom.net, where you'll find an entire line of uniquely designed medical kits and supplies for when help is not on the way. For everything from individual first aid kits to the ultimate family medical bag, go to store.doomandbloom.net today. You'll be glad you did.
Prepper Broadcasting Network is 9 dynamic hosts, 7 podcasts a week, live shows, chat rooms, daily updates, all on prepping, survival, and patriotism. Visit PrepperBroadcasting.com for your dose of self-reliance and independence.
Hi, this is Jane Austen, otherwise known as Survivor Jane, and the voice of Dolores Chapman. I'd like to invite you to my website, SurvivorJane.com, where I write in a conversational tone on topics of how better to prepare yourself and family. You can also find links to my books, What Could Possibly Go Wrong?, Emergency Survival Hygiene, and my game book, Puzzling Over Preparedness. You can also find information on Prepper Camp, the largest 3-day preparedness event in the country every fall, hosted by myself and my husband, Rick Austin.
Disaster Coffee is fueling disaster relief in America. Our coffee is roasted to order and shipped to your front door. You cannot get it any fresher. Visit disastercoffee.com and caffeinate with a purpose. That's disastercoffee.com. And now back to the Changing Earth audio drama.
Swenson waits in the afternoon sun for news from the city. He listens to the gunfire inside the town of Lone Jack and grows impatient with the delay. Finally, Yuri approaches.
We have the headquarters located.
Show me.
Yuri hovers over the map Swenson has laid out.
It's here. They have snipers here, 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 and here. At the four corners.
And the main force of our army is hitting them on the south.
We are coming up from the south. Here. I sent a small team west to come in here. I figured we can take this point, install our snipers, and work from there. But they're fortified here, on the east side.
Let's take a crew and hit them from the north on that point before we push in.
We'll have to take out this sniper. Here. But I have a mean little kid. Super stealthy. I bet he can get in there.
Little Nate?
Ah. That kid's only 15, but he's a scrapper.
Send him out. Let's see what he can do.
Giving the orders, Yuri gathers Swenson's squad. Moving like machines, they skirt the whole city and fall upon the western checkpoint undetected.
Did you see the signal from Nate?
It's done. We're good to go.
Falling upon the unsuspecting fighters, Swenson uses his whip to pull in the fighters to the kill.
The Western Guard is down. Have them push from the south before they can regroup.
Yuri gives the command into the radio as Swenson rallies the troops and storms the central command building.
We got him, TJ. You want the key?
He's not even worth my time. Tell the men to wrap this up. You and I can go home before dinner.
Sounds like a plan.
Virgis walks with Johnny, eagerly anticipating McClintock's arrival.
Thanks for putting up with me while your dad was gone.
It was more fun than going to meetings all day with Mr. Serious. At least you take time to play with me.
Your dad has a lot of responsibilities, Johnny. He's looking out for all of us, but I assure you, he loves you.
Yeah, he never says it, though.
Give him a chance, Johnny. Look, here comes his car.
Hi, Dad.
Son, how was class while I was gone? Did you reach the goals I had set out for you?
Look what I made for you from a stick. I whittled it myself.
That's nice. Virgis, 3 more towns?
Yes, sir. Mission objectives completed. He willed it just for you.
And I said it was nice, Johnny. I'll see you at home. Virgis, walk with me to my office.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the diplomatic meetings.
Grayson is a fine piece of work.
Isn't he?
A real tightwad, too. Only 50 barrels of wheat and 50 of oil. No fighters.
And Porter?
Full access to supplies.
And fighters?
Funny. That's the one thing they agreed on. They say refugees should be trained to fight.
What do you think?
Doesn't hurt to ask for volunteers. I'd rather fight than work in a factory. While you're asking my opinion, can I give you one more?
Go ahead.
Take the afternoon off and go spend it with your son.
Johnny understands my schedule.
No, Johnny hates your schedule.
It's tough, Virgis. The boy doesn't respect me.
He doesn't know you. Speaking of families, we're heading out in the morning.
I made you a promise, and I'll honor it. Take a full regiment, and keep your eyes open. It's a different world out west.
I will, sir.
Thank you for listening to the Changing Earth audio drama, brought to you by fine sponsors and listeners like you. Your contributions help the Changing Earth world go round. This material is copyrighted in 2020 by author Sarah F. Hathaway. For a list of audio performers, please visit changingearthseries.com.